In existential psychology, much has been written about the anxiety that is generated by our awareness of the lack of a given purpose in life, the structurelessness of our existence, and the ways in which we try to deal with that anxiety by pretending and lying to ourselves that actually there is something that we're meant to be doing. There is some purpose that we were born for, and there's some thing that is more reasonable to do with one's time than others. But, let us think for a moment what it would be like if there was a given purpose. It would kind of suck, right? If there was a God-given purpose, let's say, and you were actually born with something that you had to do. Sure, it would alleviate the anxiety you feel at having to make choices about what you do with your time and how you create structure and this kind of thing, but it would also essentially destroy freedom if God was like, yes, you were born to be a butcher. I don't really want to be a butcher. Shit. I've got to do that, have I, with my whole life, or what? So, thank God for not giving me a set purpose in this life, or any of us. Are you right, Jean? I've got a cat here with me. Say hello to YouTube, Jean. Wow. YouTube loves cats, so now that I've got one with me, I might as well make her famous. Lovely. Yeah. People always want to know the meaning of life, the purpose of our existence, and as Thomas Nagel said, when people ask about the meaning of life, what they're really asking for is not just a purpose, but a value behind that purpose, a valuable purpose. And, well, I'm not sure if you know my views about objective value, but I don't think there's such a thing. And so an objectively valuable purpose is a fantasy, I think. I'm, kind of grateful of this in a way, because as I said, it gives us a freedom. It could be argued, I think, that the meaning of life, if you want to put it like that, could be arrived at through an analysis of what we really are. And I'm not talking about what the body is designed for. I'm talking about awareness. I'm talking about being, about the nature of the subject or the soul or consciousness. And in that sense, our function is simply to be aware, to experience stuff. And it doesn't really seem to matter what stuff we experience as long as we experience stuff. When we think of nature more broadly, or God nature, if we want to be Spinozan about it, ever since the Big Bang occurred, it seemed to be inevitable that nature would generate consciousness, would become conscious, and would become aware of itself. And this, I think, is the most striking feature of reality, the fact that consciousness exists. It doesn't really need to, for any obvious reason. This is the hard problem of consciousness, not just how does physical, immaterial stuff generate an immaterial mind or conscious experience or qualia, but why? What is the purpose of it? And this question might point to an idea or a theory that nature seems to want to experience itself. It wants to experience the extremes of pain and pleasure that it inflicts on itself through individual conscious entities that appear separate, when in fact that consciousness, through its emptiness, its formlessness, and its lack of phenomenal characteristics, must be identical in every case. And it's an interesting idea that intimacy, that real connection between human beings might actually be something of cosmic significance, because human beings are, from what we can tell, the most sophisticated information processing systems that nature has generated thus far in the 13.7 billion years of its unfolding. And when you look into somebody's eyes and feel that deep connection, one conscious entity connecting with another and gaining a deeper sense of who they really are, is that not something of cosmic significance? Is that not God perceiving God after a long time of struggling to do so? And the way we feel when we do that suggests this significance. Well, as somebody outside ruins this video with their motorcycle revving, I think that is a good time for me to say goodbye for now. I hope that you're well. I hope that your journey is unfolding well, and that you will enjoy some deep connection with someone soon, because it may well be the purpose of existence. Or there is none. And if there is none, this gives us a nice freedom to things.